2. Welcome back for part 2. As we are getting into the thick of the scary story, we have a jock, we have a no-namer, and we have a guy that has this crush on this girl that just got hauled down into a well where when you look down the well, you can't see her, but you can hear her. And as we carry on, the guy who likes the girl who got grabbed down the well about 10-20 feet down, because back then to get water from the earth, it needed to be pretty deep to get a sufficient amount of water. So the guy who likes Katrina is there right now talking to the jock, saying, I don't think we're alone. I don't think we're alone. And he's telling the jock, I've heard scrapes, bangs, knocks, screams, moans and groans as he was going up to talk to him. So then the jock goes, okay, well, I don't think you're telling the truth, but let's get Katrina and get the hell out, because sometimes in a very, very old house that's got lots of history, your mind can play a lot of games on you, from the darkness. And they're walking down this one corridor, and the jock sees an apparition walk through a wall for the very first time. And he goes to the guy who likes Katrina, did you see that? And he said, no, where did you see it? What was it? It was like a ghost. And the jock is now thinking, well, maybe this house has a little bit more to offer than it appeared. Well, so he just shrugs it off like a normal jock or whatever, or, big tough sports guy, got big arms and blah blah blah. So they're walking out along again, and they come to this closet, and under the closet, in the lining of the door, there's a light shining, like a very pale, dim light. And they're dumbfounded. What this the house is abandoned for many years. The teachers at school has said it's been quiet. It's got some interesting stories attached to it. Well, so they look at each other and, well, should we open it? Yeah, why not? The jock says. Opens it, and then the guy who likes Katrina gets grabbed away, and the door shuts behind him. So there's this jock all by himself, thinking, whoa, 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 what in God's name just happened? And he's just, the idea of him finally being alone is sinking in, like, oh my God, it's dark. It's dark. And my buddy just got grabbed in the closet. Well, so he rushes downstairs to the no-namer guy who's just in between jock and computer geek and whatever. Says, oh, thank God you're still here. Oh my God. And the gnome goes, what are you talking about? Well, the other buddy we were with just got grabbed into a closet door, shut, lights off, whatever. Just happened. And then the guy goes, when I talked to him last, he did say that this mansion had some pretty neat stories, including some ghost stories, some haunted sightings that they seen. But what a jock looks at him and says, okay, what I've seen so far, what's this well doing then? What's this, what's this well that Katrina fell down there? Where do we find her, So a no-name guy says, well, in a lot of these places, there are underground passageways. And I believe that Katrina will be found if we go into a passageway. Well, Jock says, okay, well, let's go down and see if there's any openings or any, missed things we passed by that we just missed while we were coming up the stairs. So, comes down, both of them, into the dungeon. There's so many things you can say, cellar, dungeon. And they're looking around. And as they were coming down the stairs, again, they could hear Katrina screaming. So the no-name guy goes, Katrina, can you hear me? Where are you? I'm in here. Jock goes, where in here? We can't see nothing. And we didn't bring any flashlights. So they're looking around again. They're getting closer and closer to Katrina's voice. Well, they're walking, and this trap door opens up, and the jock falls down, and it shuts again. So now we have this no-namer guy, the only one around. Wow. Yeah, the only one around that hasn't been grabbed or hauled into any closets or, down any wells. And as he's looking around, and he's getting nervous. He's getting really nervous because it's pitch black and he doesn't know where to go. He's defensive, so he sits down on one of these chairs and starts thinking it out, and he's looking around, and he hears this voice in the distance. What are you doing in my house? Get out of my house. Get out of here. So by that time he's freaking out. He's all alone. And so he goes up the stairs and out the latch door to escape the mansion. And he tripped and fell, and he's scared shitless. He's trying to make it to the path where he was. Well, he finds the path of where they were coming from. I don't know how he did it, but as he's walking, he's looking back from side to side. Then he can see these red, glowing eyes off into the forest distance. And he's going slower and slower, trying to not to make any noise with his feet. And about then, they just started coming closer and closer and closer to him until he passed out and fainted. And he found himself back in the house when he woke up. There's not too much about this mansion that I'd be freaking scared about. For one, there's spirits in the forest. There's spirits in the house. There's trap doors and trap wells, you know? So, yeah, he wakes up and into a different part of the mansion. He's looking around and these ghosts everywhere are running or floating towards him and backwards, and you know, he's never seen anything like it. Never, ever in his life. So he makes his way back down into the cellar, and he goes underneath where the stairs are and finds that there's this little path. Well, not path inside the house, but a little door that goes, and it's a crawling space. Wow, crawling space. Well, he said, okay, well, let's go. So he crawls in, and very, very dark and musty. You know, he's calling out for Katrina, and no sound of Katrina at all. At this time, he's worried. He's probably saying to himself, "Why did we come here?" You know. Then he comes into this opening in the mansion part of it, and then he sees the door off the distance. He runs to the door. He opens it, and can't really see. I'm surprised he ran to the door. He opens it up, and he's feeling around on the table, and there's a lamp, and then he goes around and he starts looking for something to light, a torch or a lamp, or it wasn't a flashlight. It was some old school style kind of stuff, and he finds something to light it, and it was an oil lamp. He lights it. He turns around, and there's Katrina, lying there on the floor, piece by piece, body pieces everywhere, arm, legs, fingers, knees, everything disassembled, blood everywhere. He freaks out so much that he runs, falls, and breaks his neck, and he's done. So now we know that Katrina, because she wasn't yelling out anymore, was because she was dead. She was chopped up in all these pieces. And, well, now we have this jug that's locked, that fell down in the hole somewhere. Oh, you probably know what's going to happen to him. Well, this was my first story. I thought of it on the top of my head. If you like, subscribe, rate,